Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. Right now I'm joined by Danny Fisher, who is the Career Technical Education Director for the Park City School District, and we're going to be having an important conversation about careers and career paths and how they're changing pretty drastically. Danny, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, Diego. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thank you for coming on and sharing some time with us. First off, let's get started on the big event that's coming up next Monday, I think it is, the Career Compass event.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yeah, earlier this year, or I guess late last year, in December, counselors and I and some of our elective teachers were talking about how we wanted to promote our elective courses and also how we wanted to provide our registration information to families and students. Traditionally, it had been done separately at Ecker, Treasure, and the high school. And we decided that we have a unique opportunity in this district, that we are a single high school district and that we're very well aligned between our three schools. So we could pull it together, take advantage of some synergies, and also create an event that was more accessible by all of our parents, because let's be honest, we're all busy. It's hard to take time out to go to different events.
Absolutely. It's smart of you guys to kind of streamline that whole process through all three levels of the schooling. Can you tell me a little bit about what kids' parents can expect at this Career Compass event?
Yeah, when we decided to re-envision how we did this, we also realized we had another opportunity here to look at these elective courses through a career lens. We're not hoping that students select a specific career right now, but we want them exploring and seeing what careers are available. And even more than that, starting to think about what careers aren't even being marketed yet, because the current market needs are changing so fast that schools, colleges, even startup businesses are having a hard time to stay on top of the most cutting edge needs of industry.
And what are some of the trends in these jobs that are kind of being marketed now that you haven't seen in previous years?
Oh, well, I recently presented at the Utah Association for Career and Technical Education conference that we do each year. And I pulled up the top 10 in-demand needs of industry, and I didn't know any of the top 10.
And you had no idea what those skills were?
I didn't, and I like to think of myself as somebody who's knowledgeable about this information, but industry and markets truly are changing so fast nowadays.
It almost seems like on a weekly basis there's new skills that need to be developed and new skills that need to be trained and obtained by students and kids even from a young age. And I had the lucky experience, as we talked during the break, to be able to go to Mike Burton's class at Trailside Elementary and view some of these kids that are learning codec languages from a very young age and how important it is, because it builds that understanding from a young age. But the tricky thing is, even then, stuff can change, even in the matter of 6 months to a year. So that's pretty interesting and pretty crazy.
It really is, and hats off to the teachers in our district. One, for coming together and collaborating to create an event like this, where we've got 30 different sessions that families can go through, and it really is personalized, so that they have an opportunity to see what their interests are and explore it if they don't know yet. But even more importantly, I mean, thinking about our coding initiative throughout our district, the work the amount of iteration that is occurring because of that it's amazing. And if parents and families are interested, we actually have a breakout session at the event where we're doing a coding lesson so that community members can see what that looks like. And we really have envisioned some amazing different ways of teaching coding. So.
Awesome.
It'll be a fun experience.
So what are some of the careers that will be showcased at the Compass event?
I'm going to pull out my notes here.
Go right ahead, yes.
We have 30 some odd sessions.
Wow.
We have sessions in marketing. We have sessions in banking and finance, digital media. We have attorneys who will be there to talk about how some of the core classes really support some of these careers as well, because that's the idea. We want to talk about the knowledge that students gain in their core classes, because we have amazing high rigor courses at our high school and at all of our schools for that fact. But we also have these great classes to build skills, and pairing those together are really great. So we'll have video game designers, we'll have some fashion designers there, so a really wide range of opportunities.
Encompassing all spectrums of the career kind of everything, basically, it seems like. And I think it's interesting that it seems like social media management is kind of, that was almost like a novelty job, I think, about 4 or 5 years ago. It's like social media, I can be the manager of some company social media account, but now it seems like that's almost one of the most forefront positions at a firm, at an industry, at any job, being the social media management. How are you guys prepping kids for that aspect of jobs?
It's a great question. We used to have a course at the high school called social media marketing. But as we looked at it, that didn't make sense anymore because of what you said. Social media is marketing. So in the marketing session, we actually are going to have a professional who's in that field from a local community organization. And so it's going to be great, because that's the other great part of this is the guest speakers and the industry professionals, most of them are from right here in our community. So on top of this being a great event for career exploration, it gives our whole community an opportunity to network and in a setting and in a mindset that's best for our school. So I'm really excited for what can come of this.
You bring up a great point. I mean, we're lucky and blessed to be in a community, not just in Park City, but I think as Utah as a whole, to be in an environment with a lot of entrepreneurial-minded people, a lot of innovative-minded people. So like you said, what a great networking opportunity. And networking starts from day one, youngest. I know a lot of people now in college that I know that I made networking connections with back in high school.
Yep.
So it's huge. And I kind of wanted to talk about what advice do you have for students or parents that are kind of in the gray area of, I don't know what I want to do, but here I know my skill sets, but I don't know where I want to take these skills?
You know, I think that coming to an event like this and engaging in exploration of what you're interested in, I really think that that's the most valuable thing that can happen. I think it's also really important that families start having the conversation of, what do you want to do? So many of us talk about college as being such a formative time of our lives, and we forget how formative high school was, and we forget how formative junior high was. And we can have experiences at each of those different levels of our lives that can drive what we do. And so I just hope that families start to look at that and not make decisions, but explore. Whether it be doing an internship, whether it be taking a class on Khan Academy, or going online and looking at some of these mass online college courses that you can look at. Take some time as a family, look at that, see if you really want to go to a college of that sort, because I think oftentimes we think about the college we want to go to before the career that we want to have after the fact.
I cannot agree with you more on that fact. I think a lot of pressure is put on where you go to college and not how that college is going to specifically train you for the career that you need.
Exactly.
And for the training that you need. And so this Career Compass event, again, when and where?
It's going to be February 12th, next Monday, from 5 to 7 at the high school.
Perfect. And like you said, it's a great opportunity for students and parents to kind of dip their toes in the water, I guess you could say, and kind of explore, because it is a huge exploratory phase. It's not like they have to make any major decisions right now, but at least they can kind of get a feel for, hey, I might be more interested in this rather than this. So thank you so much for coming on. Highly appreciate it. And you're doing great work. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We have much more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show, including the wrap-up of the first hour, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this break.